Hello, and welcome to this week's What Are We Talking About This Week? Section with John. I'm John. Hello. This week we're looking at the subject of a time for perspective. Joseph. So what is perspective? Perspective is the view from where you are standing. That's too close. Well, now that's too far away. Depending on where you're standing, things can look very different. For example, this leftover Christmas Satsuma is quite clearly cut in half. However, if I were to hold it up this way, to me, it's very clear that the Satsuma has been cut in half because I can see that. However, on the other side, it looks like that. To anybody standing all the way over there, it looks like the Satsuma is whole, because all I can see is the skin. So why are we even talking about perspective? Well, we can only ever see things from our own perspective, and we want to talk this week about God's perspective and how we can try to see things from God's perspective in difficult times. Another way to think about it is like this. Who here has ever been in a maze? I've been in them, they're great, except you get lost. And when you get lost in one of those mazes, all you can see is this. Hedgerows going left and right and straight ahead of you. And everything looks the same. Do you go left? Do you go right? You just don't know. But if you could see it from the top, it looks completely different. It doesn't look scary anymore. It doesn't all look the same. You can see where things are going. And it's like that for us and God's plans. You see, God, if you like, is looking down on the maze. He can see the whole layout. Whereas we are in the maze, and to us everything looks a little bit scary and we don't know where we're going, and we don't know where the way out is or where the way to the objective is. If you are joining us for the kids live stream this morning, you'll know that we are looking at the story of Joseph to help us understand God's plan in difficult times. Joseph went through some very dark times indeed, and to him, he probably couldn't see his way out of the maze, but he trusted in God, and God trusted in Joseph. God had an amazing plan for Joseph. He just couldn't see it from his perspective until the end. And for us, there may be some difficult and dark times ahead, but we need to trust that God has a plan.